Okay. Off to the big pyramid to fight the Thunderjaw. Gotta bring the drone down to grab its data. Maybe... Going down! Okay, grab the drone's data. Falling gently. I think that broken building is the ruin that Clem's scout told me about. There should be a relic inside. Okay, where to now? An energy cell. It looks like it's out of power. There we go. Energy cell's charged up. Now, where do I plug this in? Oh, the cell's out of power. I gotta charge it up again. No good. Energy cell's out of power. Closing up. Okay, I'm in. I should take a look around. shake it out as I go. How do we get to that key module? There's another building past that big hole in the wall up there. I wonder if I can get over to it. Well, I'm not getting up to the ledge that way. Nope, looks like the cell's losing power. Too slow. No good. Energy cell's out of power. Energy cell loses power fast. I gotta find a quicker way to get to the elevator. The energy cell must be damaged. It won't hold a charge for long. I think I can make it to the elevator from here. I gotta move fast. This cell's running out of power. Got it. The elevator should have power now. Can't believe this thing still works. Looks like there's an ornament in there. How to get... to it. According to this, the door needs a key module and a two-part code to open. Sounds like I might find those things higher up. There's an opening in the wall behind the letter. Was further back. A key module. Good. All I need is the two-part code for the door. Okay, going up. Okay, I should be able to make the jump to the other building. Made it. I think that office I'm looking for should be around here. This data might help. One part of the code down. Just need to find the other. There we go. Of air. Okay, now for the code. Well, that didn't work. I can do that. I think that vent might lead to the floor above. Interesting. This could help. Should be all the parts of the code I need for the door. I think I have everything I need to open the door to the relic. This is clear when we get out here. I'm in. One more ornament for the collection? I wonder what kind of lights this one will show. Better make a trip to see Summer. can find a voice recording here. Sliding in.
Are concentrating their fire on the lead horse, but there must be 6 more coming in behind it. And there are several ashore and moving inland further up the coast. Copy that. We'll keep eyes on it. But whatever the Zero Dawn super weapon is, you better use it soon or there'll be nothing left.
I see. There was no weapon. Just hope that life could survive. It's about to get loud. Still in this fight. heard it much.
Barbarian! Run, stranger! There's a killer machine about!
Yeah, that's what I'm here
The
for.
machine will kill you!
There you are. I guess we're doing this. Much better. This'll do some damage.
Killed that machine!
Lucky your CEO sent me.
Stranger! Over here!
I need to speak to Alva.
By all means, then. Open the gates!
Alva, I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, you got rid of that machine. But what are you doing here?
There's something inside Thebes that I need. I went to Landfall. I met your CEO. We came to an agreement, kind of.
And you're going to help us get in?
I guess so. The whole thing was a little tense. There was something off about that guy. And I don't understand what he wants from Thebes. I thought we found the data that your people needed back on the mainland.
That data will take us years to sift through. The CEO wants faster results. Aloy, you have to be careful.
There they are. The legacy tells us that Elizabeth Sobek helped the ancestors cast aside all obstacles. And so it has been today.
You have been true to your word. I'm pleased. Thebes awaits us below. Shall we?
Quite an excavation.
Much of this was flooded. We had to pump a great deal of water out. Behold, the door to Thebes.
A door like no other.
Well, you're right about that. It's designed to open for only one man. Ted Faro.
But the legacy tells us that he worked closely with Sobek. He trusted her.
Surely she could open the door, and so surely can you.
Not gonna happen. At least not from this side.
You said she was a living ancestor with Sobek's eternal essence.
If I may, Pharaoh, great as he was, did not build his palace alone. We know this from scraps of data we found, the ones that pointed to this location. And we found evidence of passages below. Maybe they were built to aid construction. Or for servants. We can't reach them. The way is flooded and they're too far underwater, but...
Yeah. I can reach them. There might be another way in down there.
You see? With Sobek, there is always a way.
Then do what you must to get us inside.
This water's warm. Seems like a hot spring. Look at that thing. It's huge. It goes all the way down to the bottom. There's a rupture up there. Maybe a way in. Yeah, this could get me inside. Looks like this tunnel leads deeper into the structure. There's gotta be a way to stop that turbine around here somewhere. Stop the turbine. Good. inside, but how do I let the Quen in? Looks like an exercise
Here I am again. Hiding in the gym. Writing to stay sane in this crazy place. I can't believe Grigori's dead. Our so-called spiritual leader was fine yesterday, and then suddenly passed away in his sleep, and no one will talk to me about it. They treat me like a child.
So Ted had other people in here with him, including a teenage girl.
There's nothing normal about a scientist, his daughter, a guru, and well, let's face it, a harem living through the end times in a trillionaire's underground survival bunker. But now that Grigori's gone, I'm worried things will get even weirder. He helped keep Ted stable for a couple of years.
Girl's right. Nothing normal about Ted.
There's nothing normal about a scientist, his daughter, a guru, and well, let's face it, a harem living through the end times in a trillionaire's underground survival bunker. But now that Grigori's gone, I'm worried things will get even weirder. He helped keep Ted stable for a couple of years, sort of. Without him, who knows? And we don't even understand what happened to him.
Let's hope this is the way to the main door, so I can let the Quen in.
I know everyone's reeling after Grigori's, untimely demise. He was a deeply spiritual man who wasn't afraid to rip back the curtain and gaze where few men dare. I've asked Dr. Sumtow to, check on what happened to him. Sure he had some kind of condition or something. The main point is that while we certainly miss him, we will go on. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, something tells me it didn't turn out that way.
I know everyone's reeling after Grigori's, untimely demise. He was a deeply
Look at this place. It's pretty fancy for a survival bunker. That looks like some kind of access control.
Most of Ted's women repulse me, okay? They're like contestants on a housewife sim preening for the hubby's attention. But Brianna, the hollow singer, she's different. She's always been nice to me.
Main door.
And I love her voice, which has been conspicuously silent since Grigori died. She doesn't speculate or gossip like the others. She knows something. I can tell. And I'm gonna find out what it is.
Ah, good. An emergency exit function.
emergency exit.
I knew you could do it.
What's going on?
The CO is preparing to enter Thebes.
Oh, why are you dressed like Ted Pharaoh?
I am Pharaoh, renewed. My essence is the same as his. Across the years, across the generations. His soul is my soul. His will is my will. We are sundered in only one way. I need his final testament, his deepest secrets. And now that the door is open, those secrets are within my grasp. When I have them, I will be complete, as he was. I will have everything I need to save our homeland, and, as Pharaoh did, the world.
Okay. I think there's some confusion here about who Pharaoh really was.
No one knows better than I who he was, who he is. Me.
The Renewer, greatest of the ancestors, the man who saved the world. And you. You understand, Sobek. You are her, Pharaoh's harbinger, his assistant. Come, we will descend into Thebes together, as it should be. Bring her the raiment.
Raymond?
As he is Pharaoh, you are Sobek. For an occasion this momentous, shouldn't you wear proper business attire?
Whoa. No. No, I am not wearing that. No way.
You will wear the proper attire to mark this moment.
Or what?
It is said Sobek valued life above all else. Is this true?
Fine. I'll wear your raiment.
Excellent. Shall we proceed? Look at this place. The grandeur.
Pharaoh's domain. Simply breathtaking.
Excellent. Somewhere in here, Pharaoh left
Looks like
his
the emergency
secrets.
exit function
Let's go
unlocked this door,
find them.
too.
Your Magnificence, perhaps we should leave guards behind to cover our exits?
Indeed. And let it be done. Pharaoh's visage, a monument to greatness.
Truly, my signor.
It's a monument to something, I'll give you that.
The Emperor will heap rewards upon you, my signor.
Great risks bring great bounties, Overseer.
I think this way might lead down.
Excellent. Remember every detail of his, Bohai, for posterity.
It will be its own chapter in your legacy. Quite a palace Pharaoh built for himself.
No less than he deserved.
Of course, Your Eminence.
Brianna told me that Grigori hacked into restricted files and found out something awful. That Ted murdered important people who worked on Zero Dawn. Did Ted punish Grigori? Kill him for discovering what he did? How could that be? Dad says There wasn't a mark on Grigori's body.
Find anything interesting?
So hey, this is weird.
Yeah, I tried to warn you.
Yeah, sort of.
I'll explain everything if we survive long enough.
Those certainly look threatening.
Huh. Statues. The guardians of Pharaoh's domain.
Those aren't statues. Look out!
Get the CO out of here!
Guess it's just us then. Clever one.
We have no choice! Are you okay?
A more showing!
Thanks.
Where's Overseer Bohai?
He has decided to return to the surface. A wise choice. We can't afford to lose any more diviners than necessary. So, no more delays. We
Brianna
must
didn't wake up
proceed.
this morning. She's gone. Just like Grigori. I'm looking up at the giant, hideous statue of Ted in the Great Hall. His eyes. And I know now that he's watching me. He's watching us all. He's always had power over us. I just never knew how much.
Did you discover some data?
Fragment. A testament to Ted's power.
Yes, that looks like the way.
When I built this place, when its special systems were designed, I knew what I wanted. Protection, of course. An unlimited power source, that was a given. But also... control. Over every possible eventuality. After all, you never know what'll happen, especially when the human element is involved.
What did you find?
Trust me. You don't want to know.
I guess I don't.
Ever deeper we go. What is that? A reclining throne, attached to some kind of apparatus. I wonder what it does. An impressive setup. What is it for?
I'm sorry. CO, I don't know. My focus can't read the data here.
What about the living ancestor? Is the data lost to her? Scan the device, if you will.
You did this for him? You put, like, off switches in everyone's heads?
Kenya, you mustn't judge me.
Please,
I had no
scan
choice.
the device.
If I said no, what would he do to us? What would he do to you? You're my little girl. I was trying to keep you alive.
For what, Dad? Seriously, why? So we can be
Tell
trapped
me
in
what
this
your focus
underground
reveals
nightmare?
about the device.
You know what we have to do.
Made
Please.
a minor
Did you find a
adjustment to the
recording,
gene
Aloy?
therapy regimen and added a new cocktail to treat the
share it
symptoms
with you later.
caused by the mutations. Hopefully, there will be some stabilization after the next treatment. God knows what Ted'll do to us if there isn't. The early results were so promising. No signs of aging, no cellular degeneration, but now... Oh, if only I had access to my old lab in Bangkok, or my old colleagues, or my old liquor cabinet. Stop it. Got to stay positive. For Kenya.
You saw something. I could tell. Did the data explain what Pharaoh used this device for?
I think he was undergoing treatments to live longer. A lot longer.
Really? Could he still be alive?
Don't be foolish. If he were alive, he would have kept his essence. It would not have been passed down to me. Remember, he was the renewer. Of course, he would have stopped at nothing to grasp the secrets of life and death. But not for himself. Everything he did was for a new beginning. For us, for the Quen. And for his true heir, me.
You know, I'm starting to think you're right. You do have a lot in common with Ted Pharaoh.
I knew you would see, in time. Let us continue. His secrets await. Is that a small office? For a minor functionary, perhaps?
An automated geothermal energy plant right under the city of San Francisco. A marvel. Even I can run it.
Look at all
And let's
this
face it,
equipment.
I was
We're
always
getting
more of a
closer to the heart
visionary
of
than an
this place. I
engineer.
can feel it.
Which is why I had the foresight to insist on the inclusion of a very unique feature. Just in case anyone ever tries to steal my cheese, so to speak.
Break the door down.
I'm going to look for another way in.
Good idea. It's worked before.
Very well. Get to it.
Hurry! break it open!
Like you said...
Open that door!
Maybe there's another way in.
Can my focus see anything?
How long does it take to bash through a door? She's gone. Did she make it to the other side?
A console. Maybe I can access Ted's files from here. There. Omega clearance. Got it. What do you have to say for yourself, Ted?
Somtow's dead. Along with his kid. Found him on the floor of his office this morning, holding hands. Must have poisoned themselves. I never would have put them to sleep. She was just a girl, for Christ's sake. I offered them life. And this is how they repaid me. By leaving me all alone. But I guess I've been alone since this whole thing began. Alone in bearing the burden. For the past. For the future.
Same old Ted. No matter who dies, he's the one feeling sorry for himself.
Liz's future. Liz's children. Someday they'll come. And I'll be here to greet them. Sometimes said my aging has stopped altogether. If anything, my cells are replenishing faster than normal. I just need some time for the mutations to calm down. Time. And energy. Sometimes said the reactor can give me what I need. To grow strong again. To get my shit back together. So I can greet the kids. They're gonna need me. My advice. My guidance. And then I won't be alone anymore.
Pharaoh's secrets. Are they here?
Not the ones you're looking for.
Then they must be in there.
Trust me. You don't want to go in there.
Are you mad? I haven't come all this way to stop now. At last, Pharaoh's legacy is mine.
burn it to ash.
Wait, no. Pharaoh has it rigged to melt down if...
Kill them too. No witnesses.
Into battle!
Take her out! Here it comes! Bring down that outlet! You okay?
Just what I needed.
Got her!
Pharaoh rigged the reactor to overflow if he dies. We have to run. Keep moving, okay?
What happened?
We found something that will help. Not just your homeland, but everywhere.
But where's the CO?
He's gone. I guess you could say he gave his life to help us attain the secrets of Thebes.
I see. You must think I'm eminently stupid.
What? No. No.
The CO was an entitled egotist who twisted our beliefs into a sickening, self-serving fantasy. And you expect me to believe he sacrificed himself for scraps of data? It's time for the truth, and it better be convincing. Otherwise, I'll simply order these soldiers to open fire.
Hold on. You're right. To be honest, the CO screwed everything up. He brought Thebes down around our ears and died like a gutless coward. But we really did find something down there that will help your homeland. If I can take it and use it. Now, if I have to, I will fight my way out of here, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can just let me go. And then take credit when things start to improve.
Success certainly does sound better than failure. It seems then that our destinies are intertwined. Landfall is open to you. If it will help your cause, you may come and go as you please. But Alva must join you and report back on your efforts.
Fair enough.
Thebes is of no further value to us. Obviously, we're going back to the flotilla. Alva, I expect your reports to be thorough.
Oh, I thought he was going to have us killed. And instead, I get to join you.
Glad to have you. But you're going to need a little help to reach our base. Varl, I made a new friend. I need you to meet her at the Quen Ferry and escort her back.
On it. Can't wait to meet her.
Trust me, you'll love it there. Varl will give you a better focus, and all the data you could ever want. Head to the ferry. I'll join you back east as soon as I can.
A diviner must follow the truth, wherever it leads. I'll see you there.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we should have what we need to capture Hephaestus. But before I head to the ferry, maybe I should stop by Landfall. With the CO gone, maybe more Quen will be willing to talk. Might be worth looking around the island, too. I gotta change out of these clothes. I can't believe this. You made me play dress up.
I will await your return.
So once all said and done, you think...
What are you?
Whoa!
It's no good to be hungry in the water.
Please, could you spare a moment?
I promise you. Harriam, we're never getting that gyro compass. We're stuck here. The ancestors. May we be let...
Just... Aloy, what's this I hear about you never...
Our navigational ships. They're all gone. Destroyed, and with them, the one instrument we need to guide us across the... There's one ship that might still... But it's beyond our reach. Beached on an island surrounded by no compass, no way back to the... Christia.
You mentioned you...
My, wife, Meandra. She works the field in the Great... When I was chosen for this mission, she was scared I wouldn't return. I left without saying goodbye, and...
So what is the...
It's a device used by the ancestors to... But it only works if the readings are compared...
How'd you get your hands on something like that?
I guess it's safe to tell you, since you carry the gift of the ancestors. The diviners found them on ancient vessels and modified them so we could use... Without them, we're at the mercy of...
So you two...
Navigators, actually. I'm Harriam.
So you two...
The gyro compass. Only I know how to read it. Harriam was chosen to memorize the charts.
So you can't navigate the fleet without...
It is the Quen way. The greater the knowledge held by one person alone, the greater the risk it'll be used against the Empire, should we be captured by our enemy.
Your tribe sure is... You said what you need...
Yes, the night whilst the I think the scouts found us and brought us to... Not that it... The only
Maybe I can help. I can't do that.
She's an ancestor reborn. I will not let myself hope just yet, but... It's finally changed. Maybe.
Ancestor, I beg you. Ancestor, please. If you could find my brother, I'd be grateful.
That must be the tower Joel mentioned. And it's full of sunlights. That can't be good. There, on the beach. A Quinn scout. I need to get closer. See if he's carrying a relic like Jomar mentioned. No relic. Can't be Jomar's brother. I should take a look around. See if I can find anyone else. Should save my plasma ammo. Use something else. If any scouts made it to that tower, I doubt the Sunwings up there missed them. I should check the place for survivors. Guess I'm climbing. Its wings look like they can catch the sunlight. Probably a fast flyer, too. Dead end. Maybe if I go outside, I can find another way up. Nothing to see here. Oh, another close one. Another Quinn scout. But there's only one way to be sure it's Jomar's brother. I gotta check for the relic. The relic. And my focus picked up data on it. It's not a beacon, it's a tourist map of San Francisco. If the Quinn could read this, they wouldn't need to send scouts out blind. I should tell Alva.
Aloy! I'm here.
Alva, I found some data I think Bohai might be interested in seeing. I'm sending it to you now.
I'll pass it along.
Thanks. I better take this relic back with me. Give it back to Jomar. Along with the bad news. The rest of the scouting party. Looks like they were ambushed by machines. Horus must have escaped to the tower.
You returned. Did you?
I'm sorry.
How did he die?
The tower was a sunwing nest. He went in there looking for cover, but he was holding on to that when I found him.
Horus.
I read the data on it. It had a map that can help your people get the lay of the land without risking more scouts. All of us sharing it with Bohai right now. It's a good thing your brother protected it.
I'd trade all the data in the legacy to have my little brother back. But I'm glad that something meaningful came from his death. As promised, you now have access to my weapon stock. If you bring me the right resources, I can make you anything you see there. Actually, why don't you give this a try? One of our best. And if it's of use, you know where to find more.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for your loss.
I know you are. And I'm grateful.
Sundown. Stars will be out soon.
Ancestor. Return. My off. provide you with...
No. No, I believe in the wisdom of the legacy.
Still stands.
Primitives on the mainland wouldn't stand a chance to break this.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see she hasn't left the place.
Sounds like all
Oh. For helping with the land gods.
Thank you, Zoe.
You deserve much more for all you've done.
And... read anything
I found out the old ones used leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax cleanse their aura. I think I'll stick to singing to calm.
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged?
Yes. To know that the seeds I carry came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old... It gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines, as some called it, metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and... You'd think we have enough of that going around.
How to go with the chorus after we...
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the... I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head, but of course they had no choice but to take it as... Even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom. To be honest, I found the conversation to...
I'm glad. They're lucky that you never gave up. I need to get...
Right. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was
I got Omega clearance.
As soon as you give the...
Did Alva make it here?
Our new Quen friend, the moment she laid eyes on the archives, she...
Sounds about right. Once Gaia is back...
The seeds have been planted. What? I thought that was pretty good.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the...
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare.
Better them than us. I should go.
Of course.
There she is.
Maniacs, lava.
I'll remember that next time I go.
At least I got what we needed.
Good thing I got my gear ready.
You look tired.
Ha! I've just been making sure that I got everything. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up.
You'll do fine. Have you spoken?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid. She took to that new focus quick. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two...
I found out who's running the Suns.
Oh, no. Remember how Durval had a band of freebooters that retaliated against the Karja? She was one of them. First female tinker in the claim to run her own but when her family got killed in the Red Raids, I thought she was dead, though. Taken out by one of...
Well, she's not. And we have to find out where she's operating from.
I haven't had any luck finding someone with a focus at so I'll be scouting out Barren Light.
I'll keep tracking her lack.
We'll find her. We have to. It's thugs like her who murder.
Ashik.
As soon as you...
I'll give you the head.
The old ones like to dance.
Well, they didn't have two left feet like I do.
Where? Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just... I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served... Oh, she's, and you! Genetically speaking, of course, not like... And there's more ancestors out there. Returned from beyond. Of course, they're trying... And Eric Visser is with them, and then there's a...
Okay. How about we take it one step at...
You're right. I also...
I see you've been...
It's been fascinating. So, what would have taken me years to... Like the database you helped me with this, I've been able to establish... This could revolutionize how diviners... That is, whatever part of it the overseers would actually...
You wanted data, you'll find lot...
A diviner has never had this sort of unsuper... And knowing you, I suspect there is much. But I was sent here to help you. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way...
You mentioned Eric Visser?
The Zenith who tried to kill... He is known to the Quen as the combing through data related to his work, related to weapons and knowledge our rulers use to conquer and expand. That's why he's one of our most but, based on your... It appears he's even more yet another distorted
Well, at least you're piecing together.
If only the overseers back home...
Beta mentioned other Zeniths.
I'm afraid I don't know any... Whatever legacy they left behind,
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well.
It's funny, because one of your friends... Not that you are the same person. I mean, you are, as in, you're both... But even so...
Yeah. I hope everyone's been...
Oh, yeah, of course. And they share the... It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the...
Sounds restricted.
Yeah, you are...
You said you owed me an explanation.
Right. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for an end himself. He took a special interest in anything related, whom we consider the greatest of...
Ted Faro, revered ancestor.
I know better now. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time in fact, many of the most... So the Emperor's nephew, convinced across the ocean, might solve our if only we could find the right data, perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured in. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were... And the Emperor's nephew was named Sia, one who wields the legacy for the good, the living embodiment of... It may seem strange now, but for a time, we really believed. We had no idea just how...
You said the expedition across the sea was... What happened?
We lost most of... And scores of soldiers perished. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines... And we struggled to replenish... There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes, but... Nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dream. He became more and more obsessed with and more convinced that the title of CEO. You heard him. Spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy, but what the CEO became was a principle diviners stand for. I'm sorry you had to.
So, Bohai.
He won't execute people on a whim, but he's hardly a paragon. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy. The best thing I can say about him is that to always do what's best for—
Yep, sounds... The ancestors is...
Yes and no. Those whose legacy taught us warfare, leadership...
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek.
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contribution, one of the ancestors, is called... That's how we thought of Sobek. Our limited access to data past the misinformed...
You mentioned the reason...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. When I passed the divination exam, it brought honor to our family, and only Alika begged me not to leave.
Why?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave, not even your family, unless you can get special permission.
Sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number. Well, fearful that last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death.
I promise I'll do my best. Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge for
Diviners are meant to seek out and many the Empire, but that only it ensures that any heretical data.
What happens to diviners who break?
I never had the. All the plan Gaia told me about. It will help set.
I hope so.
Then I will do.
The rebels may put up a good fight, but the 10 are on our side. Aloy, we've been briefed on our and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping?
Indeed. I was...
How are you studying?
I wanted to learn more about the...
And?
I looked up this pharaoh, Gaia said, and learned about the plague of Mash. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by... There is no glory or honor in such a fate.
That about some... Have you spoken?
The Quen is peculiar. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wild.
Trust me, she's tough.
I will take your word.
Now that...
I'll admit, I find them hard.
For now.
I will leave this. I trust you.
You wanted to talk?
Indeed. It's...
Okay.
Not how. Where? Right where the river bends.
Sure, if you want.
You'll see when we get there.
Then I'll let you know.
You have my thanks.
But... Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regala's old out.
May the 10 guide you.
This is where Kotalo wanted us to test out his new arm. Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
That'll explode. Purge one way out. Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The 10 be with you, Aloy.
Chill air's prickling my lungs.
Welcome back.
There we go. More data for the dome.
Good choice. Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. A slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
So, we're fighting immortals from the start.
Hey.
Are you sure we should... Whatever went on between you and Beta? Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine.
I'm glad to hear.
After we get a
It wasn't that bad. Besides, going through all that... the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines, so God... they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. I think most of them realized that, whether they still did it. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the hour. As long as I can do that for you...
Thank you, Erend.
Okay, enough.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catalo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
I should go.
That same...
Aloy, it's... Does this mean she...
It does.
That's what all...
Hephaestus...
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. Any last findings you want to share?
Not really.
Oh?
When we put God...
You think they'll listen?
In time...
If anyone can make it happen, what will you and Zoe do? If you...
I hope she'll come with me. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about it. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. I hope firing off those pulse generators will...
It'll work.
Always optimistic.
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good...
Yeah. How does everyone...
Anxious. I heard Catalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques.
I hope they aren't neat.
Like I said.
You were right, you know. About I guess, Part of me thought he was holding me back. Because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot.
He was a good man.
I'm glad you're...
Sure.
No more running. Hey.
I've already got the location of...
Good.
I heard you in Beta.
News travels.
It wasn't exactly a quiet...
There were just things that...
A healthy crop to those who clear the...
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war, and war is something I promised myself I'd... But every voice I hear, it makes me realize just fighting for that gift, if we fail...
Helps to know you're not...
For a moment there.
I don't know what you're... As you'll hear about it.
Not at all. I was just studying the ones Gaia and Beta built. Is everything all right?
Not anymore.
To understand one another is... Oh! And...
Any more...
we knew, in fact, and we thought journeying across the ocean, the sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's so...
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors you're trying and here on Earth.
Yeah, it is. Part of me, maybe Nikita around. We call the legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy, or Sung Jiao, whom we call. It is said she found new ways to extend. But my our view of Visser, perhaps it is.
Have you spoke?
A little. I did hear her singing with Varl. Not so seemed so like every emotion she had was, and she looked happier.
You should ask so.
Maybe.
If you need anything.
You have no... Gaia's explained your plan, and I've even received some very, you know, in case...
What kind of a...
He, told me to run.
For now. Anything new?
Kotalo showed me the schematics for it. I recall reading about robotic limbs, but I never thought technology like that would be true. Think of what it could do for injured... But knowing the Imperial family... They would use it for different purposes.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the You mentioned
Yes. I found references to it's called Leviathan. A sprawling network of river gates and a lab. The legacy revealed that the old one, but the data from the greenhouse, it's in San Francisco.
Another pharaoh?
No. Leviathan was a project, so the legacy tells if we can acquire that data, we might be... Every year, my sister gets terrified with Leviathan.
Okay.
That's the thing. But one of our diviners has been... Would you come with me? You're much better at fight.
Of course.
Thank you.
Ash, make sure you...
Mayor.
And, like I said, I'll let you know.
I appreciate it.
Alva said one of the diviners here might know where the... Hey, Alva?
Diviner Alva, what are you doing back in Landfall? And with the living ancestor?
We're looking for the At Bay Research Center, where Leviathan was developed. Come on, let's go.
Not bad with that diviner back there. We've come a long way since we first met.
And Nerek's like I used to be, terrified of a misstep. And with the Overseers, he has every right to be. But what I've seen and learned since the greenhouse, it's so much more than what we're permitted. Diviners are supposed to seek the truth, and yet so much is kept from us. I'm tired of it. That should be the facility ahead. We need to find a way in.
Up here. Well, Nerek wasn't lying about crumbling ruins, at least. Let's look around.
Aloy, why is the ground shaking?
That's not good, whatever it is.
Whoa, that thing is huge!
We'll have to take it out if we want to find that data.
Okay. I'm with you. I'll wait here. Don't think I can manage that.
Made.
We have to fight!
Together! We'll overcome them! Can you go on? Choice of weapon!
Down it goes.
Whew. Well, I'm I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
It's not getting in this way.
It might have collapsed when that slipper thing came in.
Here.
After you.
Time for a swim.
Look at this place. I always try to imagine what it must have been like back when the old ones were here.
It's less of a climb, I bet. Come on, let's check the upper floors. You okay?
On every expedition, the soldiers would lay down walkways and barriers first to protect us diviners. But this is actually kind of fun.
There, the console.
Must have been what Neric found.
Oh, the data on Leviathan isn't here. But there's some kind of log.
Delete the database? But Miss Sasaki, when you look at the reports, 3,000 exhibiting symptoms. Over 400 dead. The data's clear. Omarama is contaminating the water supply, promoting bacterial growth. And with Leviathan based on the same architecture...
You're a smart kid. Top of your class, right? My father built this company thanks to world-class talent like you. And you know what else is world-class? Our legal team. So unless you want to spend the rest of your career in some dead-end, underfunded public research institute, you'll delete that database and forward all data on Leviathan to my office.
Yes, ma'am.
That was her. The ancestor, Eileen Sasaki. Hundreds dead. And she knew their system was to blame, but she had the truth erased. Were all the ancestors like this? Selfish, ruthless, immoral? And yet we hold them up as paragons of enlightenment and virtue. Given what we've learned, I don't even know if Leviathan will work.
Hold on. Let's not give up just yet. You said before that the old ones use Leviathan to control flooding. Which means it probably worked. We'll know more when we find the data on it. The recording mentioned a copy was sent to Eileen's office.
To their corporate headquarters. There. Let's go. It shouldn't take us long to get to the tower.
Lead on.
I'll stay here until you come back. Don't go too far.
So what was that other system the recording mentioned? Omu Ramba?
The legacy tells us it was the predecessor to Leviathan, a system that manipulated floods to bring life to a barren desert.
Mine seem to know a lot about this ancestor.
Diviners spent years trying to figure out how to restore Leviathan. We found a lot of data on Eileen Sasaki in the process.
Entrance is blocked. Gonna have to find another way in.
The soldiers built a path on the nearby ruin. Might be able to cross over from there.
Lead the way.